The Screen Team is back, being hosted this week by Michael and Chris. We just got done talking about the movie Saw, and we are moving on. We're kind of stepping away from the horror genre just for a second, and we're going into action thriller, and we've got the movie White House Down. Michael, we've got two horror genres, but you wanted to do this action movie in there. Why'd you pick White House Down this go around?
White House Down is actually one of my favorite more modern action movies. So it's part of my personal collection, and I thought, hey, why not?
Exactly. Why not? We got this movie. Basically, I guess the main storyline here is you got Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx is the president, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And then you got Channing Tatum, and he's not part of the Secret Service. He wants to be part of the Secret Service, but he's like security for one of the heads of the Senate, right?
Yeah. I think it's like the Secretary of State or something like that he's a bodyguard for. But when the movie opens, he's trying to get an interview to apply for the Secret Service.
This movie was, I believe, directed by Roland Emmerich, who did Independence Day, which was another film about, terrorizing, the national Capitol and the White House and stuff like that. So,
let's stick to what you're good at.
Exactly right. So, what happens? Who's the main threat here in this film?
Well, it's initially the film you think is a group of terrorists who are successful in hijacking and basically demolishing the White House. They're trying to find the president and hold them hostage. You don't know what their end game or their ultimate goal is until like the end. It's kind of a spoiler. I don't really want to spoil it, but you just know basically throughout most of the movie that they're terrorists. They invade the White House. They're looking for the president for some reason. And you know that there's this kind of end game, and there's this the main antagonist that's not revealed for most of the movie until the end. And it's like I said, it's kind of a spoiler, so I don't really want to ruin it. But that's essentially the gist of the movie.
And Channing Tatum, he's got double duty in this film. Not only is he trying to save and protect the president, but his own child is in the White House too. Oh
yeah, definitely. Channing's character's daughter is a big White House and president and political buff. Somehow she's like 11, so it's actually very impressive what she knows. But and so he brings her along as kind of like a gift to while he's applying for Secret Service. She gets to tour the White House. So and that's all happens. It all happens. Yeah, when they do that. So
talk about bad timing, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's gonna take the worst time.
This movie has action. If you are a fan of the action movies, I mean, this from I don't want to say start to finish, but pretty much all the way through the middle to the very end, you're getting nothing but raw action in this film. Is that what drew you to this movie? Was the action?
Well, when I had saw it, I was working at the movie theater, so I get free movies. So I was just kind of like, my grandma and I were wanting to see a movie together, so I just thought, White House Down is playing, let's go see this. So it wasn't really that reason per se. It's just we just wanted to go see a movie. But I am a fan of action films, so that was part of it, I suppose.
Okay, I got to ask, what did Grandma think of the film?
I think she liked it. There's not really a lot of movies that she doesn't like. My grandmother is a huge movie buff. I think that's where I get part of my love for films from her. But I think as far as I can remember, because it's been a couple of years ago, I think she liked it. So cool. She got it for free. So
she better like it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we mentioned Channing Tatum, we mentioned Jamie Foxx, but this film has got a slew of other talented actors and actresses in it. Everybody from Maggie Gyllenhaal to Jason Clarke, and James Woods was also in this film, and just a spectacular cast. What'd you think of it?
I thought it was great. When I first saw the movie, I didn't know a lot of those people, but here a few years later, I watched it over the summer because I got it on DVD, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's Jason Clarke. Oh my gosh, that's Maggie Gyllenhaal. So
yeah,
it had a nice cast. I was satisfied with the casting.
One of the things that impressed me most about this film was the set design. I don't know where they shot this film. I don't think they shot it in the White House as far as I know, but I mean, it looks pretty spot on as far as a lot of the rooms and it looked pretty realistic to me. What did you think about the set design?
I feel the same way. If I didn't know any better, I'd think, hey, that shot this in the White House.
Right.
So
let's talk. I think this movie is rated PG-13, I think. Obviously,
yeah, it's just PG-13.
It's got violence. It's got a little bit of some language in it, but not too bad.
Not about what you'd expect from a PG-13 movie.
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
I don't remember if there's a. I don't remember if there's an F-bomb in there. PG-13 movies, they're allowed one like non-sexual use of an F word. So useless piece of movie knowledge. But so if there is in there, if it is, but if it's not, then cool. I can't remember if there is or not, but.
So I guess what I'm trying to figure out is who would you recommend this film to? Obviously, action buffs, but would you? I mean, can younger kids, less than 13, can they watch this film?
Probably, yeah. They could probably get through and be like, "Oh wow, there's so much explosion going on." I mean, they probably wouldn't understand as far as like the more political story goes to it, but it has enough action and comedy to where it's like, yeah, they'll get by.
True.
But honestly, I would recommend if a lot of fans of the series 24 with Kiefer Sutherland, that's kind of the vibe that this movie has. So only it has a little more comedy than that TV show did, but. If you're a fan of the series 24 or just like political thrillers like that, then I think you'll enjoy this movie.
All right. It's called White House Down. Did pretty well in the box office. Budget was around $150 million. It made $205 million. So made a little bit of a profit there. So have you heard of any word of a sequel or anything like that, Michael?
No, not with this movie. However, around the same time that it came out, it had a movie of almost the exact same plot, Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I've heard that they're doing a spin-off of that called London Has Fallen. Now, I didn't see that one, so I don't know how well that one did.
Yeah.
But they are doing a spin-off of that one, so I haven't heard anything about White House Down, though.
All right, man. We'll have to check out that London Has Fallen a little bit later on in the 2016 year. I believe it's coming out. But Michael,
probably
White House Down. Thank you so much for reviewing it. You're coming back to do one more. We'll come back after the break and review Darkman. It's coming your way next on Today's Talk 930 KWOC.